Hey gang, Tony here. I am doing a very quick yard sale video today. As you can tell, I'm sitting in a different spot. I just didn't feel like putting all my lights up today to shoot, which is why I'm trying to get as close to this window as possible, just to get a little natural light in here so that you could see me. I have just a lot of work. I'm going back to work in a week, and I have a lot of prep to do. So I wanted to kind of just not have to go through the rigmarole of the lighting and the setup and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I did get out to the yard sales over the weekend. I'm actually going to throw to myself in my car on Friday for a second, so I'll do that. Well, here we are again, folks, on another rainy Saturday. Yeah, it's actively raining, has been since last night. For those who watch my channel and wait for the yard sale videos, you'll know, of course, there was none last week, and it's not looking so good this week either, unfortunately. I did something I haven't done in a really long time, which was actually scour Craigslist to see if I could find any rain or shine indoor garage sales. I did find one, and I'm hoping that, well, there's two, maybe. And I'm hoping we can hit those. We'll see what happens. And then maybe tomorrow, if it's a little clearer in the morning, we'll go to a flea market. But again, it's supposed to be raining all weekend, so that might not happen either. Fingers crossed that we actually hit some stuff, that we have something for a video. I don't know what's going to happen. Alright, here we go. What ended up happening was we actually did hit some yard sales on Friday. In fact, more than I would have expected, which was, I think, 4, and we found nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's not entirely true. I did find a couple of blank VHS tapes. Blank in that they didn't have any labeling on them, but they looked pretty damn old to me. So I decided to do something that my good pal Larry Talbot over at Monster Movie App does, which is, for him, he calls it Mystery Tape Monday, which is very cool, and I highly recommend you go check out his channel to watch him do Mystery Tape Monday, to watch the master at work, because that is his baby, that's what he does. I decided to take this one time, maybe I'll do it every once in a blue moon if I happen to find tapes that don't have any labels, but essentially what he does is he pops these tapes that have no labels into the VCR and live on Facebook, and then posts them to his YouTube later on, and sees what he finds. So I was very curious to see what I would get on these tapes, and again, just gonna pass it over to me at another time so you could see what I did find on those tapes. Alright, we're going to give this a shot. We got 2 tapes here. Might be nothing on these. They do look like perhaps they just never were recorded on, but they also look kind of old, so I thought maybe we'd get lucky. I don't know. Well, let's find out. And yes, we are on my bed because that's where my my VCR is. Might be nothing. Might be pure gold. Bingo. Oh, there's some stuff on here. We got a commercial. It doesn't look like a very old commercial, though, which is disappointing. This might be recently taped on. Let's see, in the news, Fox 5 News. Oh, 2003. Alright, so not that old. Not what we're looking for, really. But let's go ahead and fast forward a bit anyway and see what we got besides news. I just was fast forwarding through that first tape, and right after this commercial we got a little bit of a surprise, which I was kind of happy to see. Oh, that's right. Got a little Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors going on. Part 7. So maybe this is in October. I didn't see any good Halloween commercials prior to this, but perhaps if we're really lucky and this isn't just a random repeat on Fox, which is possible as well, maybe we'll find some Halloween commercials on this tape. So this is pretty cool.
Did you hear that, Bart?
Alright, so first tape coming out. I did a little more fast forwarding. There was another Simpsons episode after that other one, and no Halloween commercials, so I'm thinking that was just a random episode and that wasn't necessarily an October tape. I didn't get through the whole thing. I only, as you can see, probably a third, I guess. So I'll check that out, the rest of it, but there was a Seinfeld episode after that, so it looks like they just had it like on Fox and were letting reruns get recorded. This one, again, no labels or anything. Let's hope for a better outcome here. Now, my hope here is because, you know, if you look at the boxes, this one is from 1987. So I thought, you know, I was going to get some 80s stuff on these, but I guess not. This is probably going to be new stuff too, if there's anything on it. But let's give it a shot anyway. Go for the play. And fingers crossed. Uh-oh, what's this? Paul McCartney. Live New World. Not sure when this would be from. It's promising, though. Got some pretty bad quality at times. I fast-forwarded it for a while. This is the first commercial break. Ooh. Got a Blockbuster Video. Maybe commercial? Oh yeah, look, we got a commercial for Blockbuster. This is cool.
I didn't think you'd show. You know why I'm here. Comedy, drama, science fiction. You know the deal. All right. Bring it on. Magic Johnson's
Oh, nice.
for Super Nintendo. Coming soon to Blockbuster. It's pure magic. Oh, yeah, we gonna see what you about. I invented this game. One plus one. Got it. And again, two. Go! Got it! Got it! Take him down, go! And like taking candy from a baby. What? 2 out of 3, little man. For the best in video games, make it a Blockbuster night.
That was a good one. Alright, this has to be early 90s, I'm thinking then. Just from the way everything looks in the Super Nintendo commercial. Like, maybe 92, 91, 93, something like that. I still haven't gotten past the Paul McCartney concert, Live in the New World, but it is sponsored by Blockbuster, so there's like almost, you know, more than half a dozen unique Blockbuster commercials on this tape, which is pretty cool. A few Coke commercials. We got a Sprite commercial in there. A few other things like that. And it looks like, you know, this might just play through. If it does play through, if they left it recording that day, it's just going to go into the news after this, I think. So, I'm going to cut it there, and I'll let you guys know if I find anything else cool on there. But that's about it. I'm dating this around 1993 based on a copyright on one of the commercials that I was watching. So, you know, maybe 94. Not so bad. Could have been worse. The only partially entertaining story about the purchase of those particular tapes was that I had originally a stack of 6 of them, and the woman who was running the estate sale, when I asked how much she wanted, decided that $3 a tape apparently was the correct pricing. That's not the correct pricing. I told her I'd give her $3 for the whole stack because I wanted to pay $1 for the whole stack. I mean, let's like be honest here. Let's remember what I'm buying. Anyway, she came back with $1 per tape. So what I did was I went back through the stack and I chose 2 that seemed to have some potential, and I said I'll take 2 of them, and I gave her $2. I do think I may upload to my YouTube channel some of those commercials. So I have a device that I could rip stuff off of VHS tapes and digitize them I'm probably going to do that at some point in the future. Maybe take like all the Blockbuster commercials and stack them together and throw them on as a lot. Out of desperation, and because we found pretty much nothing yesterday, Mike and I decided to get up super early and go out to the flea market. Once again, I throw you to me. Hey everybody, it's Sunday morning and it's looking okay. I don't know if it's going to hold out or not, but my brother and I decided, since yesterday was in fact rained out, and we decided, since it was looking kind of clear, that we would go for it, hit the flea market, see what they had in store for us. So here's hoping that we don't get rained out before we get there and find some hopeful scores. I don't know what's going to happen, but here we go, off into the wild blue yonder. So we hit the flea market, and it was dead, because it was supposed to rain today. It actually never did rain, but because of the threat of rain, more than half the vendors weren't there. But I did manage to find a couple things, and now I present them to you. The first is this here Halloween blow mold. Woo! I have one like it back on the futon. You probably have noticed it in the past. The one I have does not have the black paint on the haystack, but otherwise looks pretty much exactly like this. So that was $10. He wanted 12. I offered 10. He took it, and I snagged him because I knew there was going to be barely anything else for me today. And there wasn't. There was one other item that I got. This, again, I paid more for it than I really wanted to, and it's not complete. It's kind of broken, but it is an old school Halloween horn. Let's see if I can get you some of the imagery on this bad boy, because it is pretty damn awesome, the imagery. Having a lot of trouble with the camera. With me, my brain is not working. So as you can see, really cool imagery. It does still have the ends that you blow into to make the noise, and it does work, but on this end, there should be like a flare out of metal. There should be like an extra little attachment there around that part of it. Probably for resale, this is probably worth about what I paid for it, but I'm not planning on selling it anyway. Just going to throw it into my collection and be happy that I found something. I paid $5 for this. He wanted $6. All right, everybody, breathe deep in the night. Bye.